Really
Ooh,
cool.
fuck. Good evening, everyone. It's Mike G, the Dark God of the Clip of the Silver Devil, and I'm here tonight with Adeptus Kirill. Adeptus Kirill, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Never better. Living the dream. Living the dream. Tonight's topic we're going to talk about is the switch from private practice to becoming a professional magician. Okay. This is the topic I want to cover because there are a lot of people out there that think that they're qualified for that. They think they're ready for that. They want the prestige, they want the money, they want the power. But there's a lot that's going to come along with that, as Kirill is going to tell you tonight. Kirill has made the switch from private to professional practice, and he's going to tell you a lot about his experiences tonight. I'll ask the questions, and he'll give us his answers and tell us what he's gone through and what he deals with. So, Kirill, has it always been your dream to be a professional magician?
Yes, was always excited about magic. Magic has been my life.
Okay.
Always thinking about energy work, always thinking about making changes in the material world. But I was less interested in enlightenment. Everyone talks about enlightenment, of achieving Buddha state. I'm less interested in that. I always wanted my material gain. Things that on
Yeah.
the material plane more.
I can relate to that a lot, Kirill, because everybody talks a lot about this new concept that we hear in magic all the time, ascension. Okay. I like that. I like that too. Ascension. It is what it is. I guess I'm very much materially minded like you, Carol. I don't believe there's anything wrong with that. Hello, Mr. Frost. We see you in the audience. It's nice to catch you live. It's good that you're here. Thank you for joining us for the discussion, Mr. Frost. All right. So you always have dreamed of being a professional magician. That's cool. Um, how long have you considered opening your own personal private practice, or I mean professional practice?
Not long, because when you start out, you don't have any power. Without delivering consistent results to clients, you can't open a successful business, because maybe you'll be able to cheat a couple of people, but in the end, everyone will leave you and
That
your
I've heard.
name will be known in infamy.
You're right about that, man. I have heard it said that you can fool some of the people most of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. That's the truth. Yeah, it's usually going to go one of two ways in my experience, Carol. It's going to go as in they're going to start with a loud shout and end in a quiet whisper of obscurity, all right, or infamy, like you said, infamy. Yeah. What kind of results do you think it would require in terms of a percentage of successes, like real successes? What kind of percentage would you feel confident going into professional practice with numbers like what?
At least 80%. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 cases that you succeed.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I agree with you, Carol. I agree with you. I should, for the sake of everybody that watches later, I should say this. Kirill had joined my temple, the Temple of the Backwards Tree, several months back, and he had always dreamed of being a professional magician. And you know, I'll be honest with you, I really didn't know how I felt about it at that point, but it was a really good decision when I look back on it now. Everybody, it was a really, really good decision. He's very kind, very helpful to me. I'm liking listening to his journey from private to professional because I want to see if his experiences kind of relate to what I went through, and see how he feels about it. So this is interesting for me too. This is all we haven't scripted this, by the way. This is all just back and forth banter in front of you guys. What was the hardest thing about making that switch, Kirill, from private to professional?
First of all, delivering consistent results.
Okay, all right. And how did you overcome that?
I practice a lot, and obviously, I'm in this game since I was 20 years old. Now I'm 35. So that's
Yeah,
15 years of experience
yeah,
working in
yeah,
groups along,
yeah, yeah.
delivering results for myself and my friends.
Yeah, yeah, and that's where if you don't have that, man, I can't see going into professional practice. It's you can't, you know, you don't have what it takes if you don't have that. Yeah, I agree with you totally. Um, some of these guys can hit, a love spell 3 times in a row, but that doesn't make you an adept. That doesn't give you 80% results consistently. Yeah, um,
Mhm.
I get it. I get it. All right. What other difficulties or challenges did you have making the transition?
Second of all, you need to do magic every day and a lot of magic. And as I'm sure most of the people know, magic is draining physically, emotionally, spiritually, most of all physically. You're tired after doing a lot of magic. Just want to lie down and sleep.
So, are you saying, in other words, you're saying that your limits or limitations for magic were something that you had to overcome or exercise in order to become stronger to make that transition?
Yes, that's why I think energy work is the second most important thing in magic. Because increasing
Man, you
your
know what?
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
yep, I
ahead,
agree with
go
you.
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off, brother. Go ahead and finish.
Yes, and the first most important thing is temple hygiene. People think they can just go willy nilly and invoke spirits on their first day. Well, they're not invoking the spirits they want to invoke, they're invoking imposters and parasites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to cover that right now, Carol. You just made two really good points. First off, the energy work. I got hip to that way too late in the game. I thought it was like Karate Kid, Daniel's son, laying onto the hands. That was about the extent of my abilities for a long time, and I didn't understand how deficient I was until it really bit me in the ass a couple of times. After that, I really got it together with my mentor. He does a lot of. He says agrees with Kiro completely. Um, if any of his views to work with Sitra, yeah, okay, we'll get to that, Frost. Okay, okay, yeah, energy work is critical. Temple hygiene. God damn it! I really keep. I need to do a show on that. I'm going to do that tomorrow, maybe. Okay. Temple hygiene is critical. If you are working indoors, you really need to be banishing before and after every ritual to keep psychic control, to keep a sterile psychic environment where astral entities are not building up as a result of being drawn to your magical energy. They see magic and they see the astral light up and it draws them right in. And that's how people get their houses flooded with parasites and other shit. And then trying to court spirits and do business with them when you're not ready, that's a huge mistake. And yeah, you get parasites from that pretty, yeah, it's pretty much what you get. Yeah, I agree with everything Carol says. He's absolutely right. Now, Carol, do you do anything? I'm sorry, the question was something along the lines of, okay, if any of your views or sacred, or are you scared to work with, are you scared to work with Sitra Achra or the tunnels of Set or the Jinn or Shem Angels? Are you afraid, Carol?
I'm not afraid. I would rather not work with angels, but I think at some point I will work with them for the sake of gaining more power, for the sake of my own evolution. I don't call it ascension, I call it descension. Like descending, evolving, becoming stronger.
Oh, okay. Keka, are you here? Are you with us? Is everything okay that you can see? Okay, well, cool. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What is there to be afraid of with Sitra Achra? Why would you possibly be afraid of Sitra Achra? Well, you know what, Mr. Frost? Actually, that's a good question that you asked. Thank you. Okay. Um, a lot of people are afraid, and they're afraid basically of their own shadow. They're afraid to see what they're really like, what they're really capable of, who they really are when everything's stripped away. Uh, and if you don't have some serious balls, I mean, I'm not talking about male or female. I'm saying you have the balls, to go. And there's women that have bigger balls than some guys I know for sure. You really got to have what it takes to go in there because when you see some stuff in there, you're not going to be the same again. You know, if you've done it right, I mean, if you've done it right, you're not going to be the same again. So that was a good question. Let's talk about the angelic thing real quick. Kirill, so let's talk about your feelings on angels briefly.
Okay, that's a bit a thorny subject, yeah. I don't get along with angels so much. So some people don't vibe with demonic energy. I don't vibe with angelic energy. It's harder for me. But like I said, in order to evolve in the continuation of my road, I will work with them in order to evolve. I'm not scared with them. Just at this point in my journey, I would rather focus on the other side, on the Sitra Achra. Mike, you froze.
Yeah, and you know, uncommon to feel that way too. Feel that way pretty regularly.
Mark, you. Yes.
Uh, yeah, I'm much more comfortable with the infernal. Yeah, or just
Okay, Mike, I didn't hear half what you said. You froze.
it's unfortunate. Yeah, everybody's gonna have. All right, now tree.
To be quite honest, it's not easy to attract new clients. It takes a long time. So by joining an existing temple, there are already existing clients, so it's easier.
Yeah, it does.
Also, I have you. Sorry,
Yeah, that's the hardest part. What?
I'm saying that
I'm sorry. What?
I also wanted to say that you're a mentor to me. Also, I'm learning very much from you. It's also important.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Tell is extremely in this temple that we work together in, the temple of the backwards tree. We have a policy that we do not go out. Um, does it work that way or strangers? No, no, that's bad. That's out. That is out. The other thing we don't want to do uh, is we don't want to judge anybody's.
I see.
And that's what takes
You
time.
saw.
And we don't do we have any trouble staying? How how busy are you typically, Carol, with our work?
It depends on the months. It depends. Some months are really busy. Some months. This month is relatively okay. So let's say every day I have two free ceremonies.
What's love? Yeah.
Yes, and the ceremonies are draining. I also have my own spiritual work I do for my own
Yeah.
advancement.
Yeah. Let me ask you a quick question. On a busy day, how much is it like?
4 or 5
Yeah.
rituals.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty tremendous. It's a lot of work. I know. I have to fix my mask. My eye was bothering me. Um, yeah, it's good to be busy too. It's good to be busy. It's good to have a busy practice. Do you think that you're going to branch off and start your own practice, or what do you think your intentions are, Carol?
Currently, my intentions are to learn, and
Yeah. Okay.
I strive to be stronger in magic, to increase my success rate to at least
Yeah.
90-95%.
Well, I don't. That's very. That's very. That would be a really great percentage. I mean, that's very optimistic, Carol. Is that possible?
I believe it's possible, yes. For at
I
least 90%. If you can do 80, I believe you can do 90. Maybe not 95, but 90 you can do.
What types of magic do you do typically professionally? Does it seem like?
Mostly planetary magic and visionary magic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right.
Also, Jin magic.
Yeah, Gen Magic too.
Oh,
We tend to do a lot of that. Now I can see a little bit better. There we go. Cool mask. I just couldn't see worth a damn. Uh,
it's hard.
unless they,
It's
that they
not
should.
easy. Not everyone can do this. And I'm trying to read the comments also. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to
so
read that too. Hold on. I want to catch that. That was an interesting comment. Let me see that. Hold on. I'm not stepping on anybody's work. It's not the demons we actually called. We want to banish. Yeah, okay, Mr. Frost. Yeah, listen. I've actually covered that like plenty of times in my videos. When we're banishing after a demon ritual, after an evocation, okay, let me be clear for like the 500th time, like 500th. You are not banishing a goetic spirit. That's not happening. You have given him license to depart. He takes off. He doesn't want to stay and kick it with you because you probably don't have a cool temple. If you did, maybe he would. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But you're not banishing him. You gave him license to depart if you have followed the standard formula. You are banishing the astral crap that comes and is attracted to the ceremony. That is why you're banishing. If you're not doing that, you run the risk of infesting your home with parasites, and that is a fact. Okay, next comment was what? I get way better results using a triangle or circle, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'm not.
okay.
Tell us why it's challenging.
First of all, it drains your energy. You gotta have a life also outside of work. You want to go out, you want to go with friends, you want to rest, you want to learn maybe other things. I'm learning about the stock market now.
Yeah, you've got to have other interests. You're right, Carol, or you're going to lose your shit. When we were back in like April and March of this year, god damn it, we were so burnt, dude. Like we were working so hard. Like this month, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, there's been a lot of stuff that like I scheduled for
Yeah,
I still think we can pull a good month out of this if we actually.
yeah.
If we can't, then
All
who
right.
could?
I want to talk a
Yeah,
little about.
and if it's going to happen, it's because we decided for it to happen.
I want to talk a little bit about gene work because I think it's relevant for a lot of people.
About what?
About gene work.
Tell
Okay,
us
I think gene,
about
gene,
what?
gene.
Yeah, Jen.
Okay,
Okay.
gene.
Yeah,
Because I think many people just
yeah.
think there are two entities in the world, an angel or a demon. But there are elemental gene, other entities. Mike, you froze again.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes, you're right. Freak on. Hear me?
you're a bit frozen.
Hello?
Yes, now I can hear you. Just froze.
Can you hear me?
Mike.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, brother. You know, my internet sucks. I'm in the middle of the Philippines. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll talk about Jean. So
Okay. Well, you can tell them about.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Right.
okay, I'll talk about Jean. So Jean, okay, we'll address the comment later. Okay, so Jinn are basically spiritual beings that can give you quicker results than demons and angels, in my book. That's at least been my experience. Maybe some others can disagree with me, but Jinn work quickly and they deliver if you know how to work with them. Especially Jinn
Hmm.
prosperity
Yeah, I
rides,
agree.
the Wednesday and Thursday rides from remind me, Practical Jinn Magic book.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Carol? I actually did a ritual for our well wishers and supporters, and I've had 3 people tell me that they got money from that already.
Like I said, Jinn work quicker than demons and angels. That's my opinion.
Means a lot when it comes to how fast he's going to manifest something for you. If
Of course. It's like a relationship with people. People who are closest to you, family, are gonna do much more for you than people who are just strangers to you.
yeah, 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 that's really true. Okay, that's great, Daryl. That's really exciting. What's the most exciting or rewarding part about being a magician for hire?
Yes, Mike, I'm listening. M-
Oh,
Ma-
I'm sorry. I was asking what's the most exciting hire?
what's the best part of being magician? Doing magic, because I always dreamed of doing magic. It's
That's
like
good.
living the
That's
dream,
good.
like you said, living the dream.
That pissed me off about this business, and you tell me what your thoughts are.
Mike, you keep freezing.
Why is it bad?
What, Mike?
He's on and off. I don't know what else to do. Why, why are the gyms? Because they become accustomed to the offering. And then if you don't give it to them, they will become resentful. If you have a problem with a jinn resenting you, you have a problem, a real problem. Now, the real problem is you can't banish a jinn like a normal spirit, okay? Because they're not a normal spirit. They're very different. They're very much like us, but they exist on a different type of frequency than we do. So banishing them is really challenging. You need to use a method called dispersal. Let me give you an example of dispersal. This could be a dispersal tool, okay? We're going to do a vibration for dispersal, counterclockwise. We're going to visualize the spirit breaking into atoms and blowing away like a mist. That is dispersal. Okay?
Like
That is
smoke,
how.
you disperse smoke.
Yep, yep. That is a dispersal technique right there. That's to do an LBRP against a gin. It's not going to work, man. You don't give them offerings because you don't want them to start expecting it from you. All right. It's like, do you give a girl money after you have sex with her? Probably not, unless she's a prostitute. If she's not a prostitute, she's going to start getting used to being sugared. And then if you don't sugar her, she's going to cut you off. And that's what's going to happen. You know, I tell you what
Yeah.
irritates me in this business, Carol. Uh, you've got people that are not even. strong intermediates that want to become professional magicians, and they offer their services on Reddit or other mediums. And these people don't have anything more than 50% results at best. And I'm like, these people fuck the game up for people like us. Okay. Um, they either underbid the job significantly just to try to get it. Okay. Or they oversell their abilities and can't deliver any goddamn thing anyway. And in either case, now the client doesn't trust professional magicians, and that's fucked up. So these people are out there fucking the game up for guys like us. And, I'll tell you what else makes me mad. Professional magicians that are not professional. I'm not going to name you, but you know who you are. You take people's money. You don't even contact them for 3 or 4 months before you schedule their ritual after 3 or 4 months. When they ask you when is their ritual, you don't respond to emails or calls. You're taking upwards of $500 every single time these people want a ritual, and you do nothing for them. How do I know that? Because all of your fucking clients come to me now. Okay, which is great. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm not gonna get mad at you about it. But unfortunately, your behavior leaves such a bad taste in the mouth of all these people that you fucked over that I have to deal with the trust issues when they come back to me. So what I'm saying is like those people.
Mike, you froze again. Okay, let's wait for him. Mike?